So I go to UX events like these every now and again, but every time I find that I am the lone visual designer, and I think it's kind of disappointing because I find that visual design and UX design go hand in hand. So today I'm going to talk about that collaboration. A little bit about me. My name is McLoughlin. I've been a graphic designer for about 14 years. About 8 of those years were as an art director in an ad agency. The remaining 6 years I either freelanced or was an in-house designer. So right now I'm one of 2 visual designers at JSTOR, and I work among a huge team of UX designers. And JSTOR didn't have any visual designers until about 2 years ago. So integrating visual design into the process has been a bit challenging. So I have 5 tips. 1, collaborate early in the design process. So a good website or app has to have a good balance of function and form. So early collaboration will ensure that this balance is in check. One example I'm sure you're all familiar with is this site. Unfortunately, Jacob Nielsen did not take advantage of what visual design could bring to usability of the site, and it's pretty awful. Luckily, the Nielsen Norman Group redid the website and took advantage of visual design. It's a lot more usable and friendly. They could still do a little work on their branding, but baby steps. 2, get feedback from the visual designer. So I not only approach a project and think about how visual design can enhance the usability of the site, but I need to think about it holistically and how the user interacts with the brand. So Starbucks is a good example of this. Their brand experience is consistent at every single touch point, whether it's at a retail location anywhere in the world, their mobile app, their website, their ads, grocery stores. The brand experience is seamless. So consulting with a visual designer will ensure that your UX design fits within that brand experience. Tip 3, provide feedback to the visual designer. So just as UX shouldn't design in a vacuum, neither should visual design. So I may design something that looks amazing, but it's completely useless if it's unusable. So an example is this website here. It's oddly enough an ad agency that prides themselves in usability and form over function, but obviously they did not do a good job themselves. This other site, I still have no idea what the company name is. After some aggravating digging, I found that they sell jewelry. Not that I have any idea how much it costs or where to buy it. 4, include the visual designer in user testing. So being involved in user testing helps me to understand the user's expectations and how it applies to the brand. And there are so many instances where bad decisions are made because companies are out of touch with their users. So example is New Coke, when Coke changed the recipe for a little while, or when Tropicana rebranded, and when Kodak decided to not embrace digital photography. A couple other examples are JCPenney and The Gap redesigning their logo. And I think it was maybe 2 weeks later, in both cases they had to switch back to the previous logo because they had such a bad backlash. So, but these mistakes could have been avoided if the designers were in touch with their users. 5, include the visual designer when iterating. So not all problems are a UX or a visual design problem, but oftentimes I find that they're best solved when UX and visual design collaborate. So a good example of this, I think, is Apple. As their brand continues to evolve and they come out with new products, their website has evolved. So I think this is an excellent example of a great collaboration with visual and UX. Another example is MailChimp. They have a strong brand. It's a beautifully designed site, highly usable. The pattern library is great, and it's something that my colleagues and I often refer to. So, to recap, collaborate early in the design process. Get feedback from the visual designer and provide feedback. Include us in user testing and include us when iterating.